there's a couple of things that I've done actually, because when you cross the equator, you get to put an airing. I have two. So
Uh-huh.
I have one for the equator, crossing the equator, and one going around the good Cape of Good Hope. Hello, my name is Aivis Dornis, and I'm a crab fisherman and captain of the Frank Henry, and I usually fish in the North Sea. And you are watching Folksalert.
Now,
Yes.
now take me back to when you first started, before you got into the crab fisherman business. You worked on these huge container, these big vessels, right?
Yes. Right. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I've seen pictures of these huge vessels on the water, right? Sailing. And when I see these waves
Yeah.
coming, these blue waves coming up looking like skyscrapers, I kind of get very nervous and intimidating. How is it possible you can have all those containers, those oil tankers, and it don't sink?
Well, it's not always like that. It's actually with big vessels, it's more likely that something can happen with big waves, especially with waves, because the waves are not, they don't cover the whole boat. There's one wave here, and then there's the next one here, and if the boat sits on two of them, it can actually break in the middle. Or if it sits on just one wave, it can break in half. Uh, to start with, I come from a fishing family, and my dad was a fisherman. And actually, he always told me, son, whatever you do, just don't choose as a career to be a fisherman, because it's a hard life. But did I listen? No, that's exactly what I did. And I went to the maritime school, and I graduated. And for first 4 years, I was traveling around the world, being out on the big boats. It was too long of a time, and since I already had a family back then, and I had two kids, and being out at sea for 6 months at a time wasn't really an option for me. So I decided to look for something else.
Because we're putting them in the water, in the river, so they will survive that, and it doesn't actually hurt, and it will prevent them from fighting with each other, and so that would be lost for us, more dead crab when we get to the harbor. So yes, we are nicking them.
The whole process of getting these crabs, and why do you throw some of the crabs back into the ocean?
We can't pick and choose which crab is coming into the trap. So all of them are coming in for the bait, but we can only keep the ones that are good for us, that are good for selling, and that are legal. So there's so many reasons why we would throw the crab back. One of whom is a black spots on the crab, which actually indicates that the crab is diseased, and if that black spot goes all the way through into the meat, so it wouldn't be good to eat.
No day is different.
It is.
Every day is different, because you don't wake up every day and see the same thing. You're seeing different things every single day. And that's a lot of crabs that you guys are harvesting. Do you ever wonder where these crabs end up? Who buys these crabs? Do you ship out? I know you're in the UK. Do they ship out to different country?
Yes, well, most of the times we already know where it is going. And most of our crab is going to France, to Italy, to Spain, to sometimes to China. But yes, and only a little bits here and there in the UK or Ireland, but mostly to Europe.
Tell me about this crab right here, because I saw this video. This is huge.
Yes, these are male crabs, and this actually was caught not in the North Sea itself, but a bit more south. It is in the English Channel, and I would call this the channel crab. And yes, the cock crab are really, really large there. The largest one I've seen was nearly 5 kilos.
Wow.
5 kilos, that's nearly double this size. Like, I would have never thought I would be making TikToks like I am now, or posting as much. I actually started making videos also for my family, because the time when I didn't have internet on boat and I didn't have like anything, words is just words. But then I started making videos to show how sometimes the sea can be beautiful, and how even the rough weather can be beautiful, because I actually like it, I enjoy it. And also just for them to see the different aspects of life and to see what I am seeing. I want everybody to see it, because it's I think it's so beautiful.
Now, if someone's looking at this video or looking at this interview and says, I might want to become a sailor or get on that water, what advice would you give to them if they want to pursue this as a career?
If they want to pursue it as a career, you actually have to try it before do it, because you have to, as I say, you have to love the sea. You would not want to be in a career when you hate every day of it just because you're out at sea. I don't know, try it first. Go out at sea and see what you think. Because just seeing it is one thing, but actually being out there and feeling it is a completely different thing.